Hey everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. So today we're going to be discussing the full moon in Aries. So let's get started. Now, on October 9th, you will have a full moon in Aries. Now, the next 2 weeks could easily bring a time for you to start a new project, to be open to new possibilities and new opportunities. Now, the significance of this particular full moon is that you are going to be having a full moon lunar eclipse on October 8th. On November 8th. And the reason why I point that out is because whenever we're dealing with an eclipse, I always point out to everyone that you want to keep an eye 30 days before the eclipse, which is usually the previous full moon. So obviously, this full moon in Aries, start keeping an eye on the energy that is occurring not only the next 2 weeks, but the next 30 days up to leading into that eclipse in November. So this could easily bring about new opportunities, new possibilities, changes of job opportunities. Now, Venus will be opposing this full moon, but Saturn will be creating a great connection to this full moon. And what that tells me is that if there is any kind of opportunity, you're going to be thinking more about the long term than what opportunities come for you right now. My only little concern is you may be open to making a change that either you do not come through, that you do not eventually end up pursuing, or if you start to pursue it, you may not stick with it at the end. So that's the only little concern that I have with that particular full moon. Um, to me, I feel that this could be very, very positive time for you of new opportunities and new beginnings. Even though we are dealing with a full moon, usually full moons create endings or the possibility of an ending. But with this full moon, because we are dealing with Aries, Aries likes to bring about and create new possibilities and opportunities. It's going to open up the door for you to be open to really getting that energy to pursue new opportunities and changes. Now, if you are looking maybe to start a new job or pursue a new job venture, this could actually be a very, very positive time for you because this actually gives you the energy, that confidence to start taking those steps to pursue that change. Now, when we do come about for the eclipse on October 8th, what is going to be significant about that time is that Uranus is going to be significant with that eclipse because it's going to be in Taurus. The only reason why I want to bring this up right now is because, again, the energy that comes about from this full moon will travel into the energy of that eclipse. Now, the energy of that eclipse will last 6 months. This could easily relate to your finances and career or where you want to pursue for your career in the future. If it involves education, certification, any kind of classes or training. So, what you maybe consider or begin to consider during this full moon can easily affect you with the eclipse next month. And then that'll travel into 2023. Now, if there is any opportunity of making changes with your home life, for instance, which easily can you affect you on that, that could easily relate to maybe purchasing a home and being open to making that change. Maybe you sell a home and take the profits of that home to invest it into another home. And it could be in a different city or a different state. It could even be a different country. This is actually going to put you in a position to really start to think, like I said, long term. So I want you to not just think about what this eclipse can easily bring, but what this eclipse coming up here in November, but what this full moon can bring for you here this month. There's definitely going to be a lot going on for you that opens up the door of opportunity and significant changes. And I kind of feel that with everything coming about for you, could easily be open to, new opportunities and new possibilities. To me, from everything that I keep getting, it's going to be more about, again, future, career, financial, home, investments, opportunities, what you value. You're not going to be thinking what's going to be occurring for you or what can solve the problem for the next month. This isn't anything going on about the next month. This is about what can come about for you for months on end, maybe even for years on end. And also, like I said, what this full moon brings about for you, the eclipse that brings about for you in November, will play a big part for you into 2023. Now, if you haven't already checked out your yearly horoscope that I have already put out there for all the signs, um, you definitely want to check that out because that gives a little bit more detail. We are going to be having some significant changes with planets going into new houses, new signs, especially with Pluto and Jupiter. And what's interesting is that with the eclipse of next month, next year, Jupiter enters Taurus. So all this kind of just travels into the next thing, into next year. And so start kind of keeping an eye, things that it doesn't, even if you don't take a significant step this month, start kind of tracking what are you considering, thinking about, pursuing, maybe wanting to pursue, whether, like I said, it's your career, related with your career, or finances, or relationships, or the home, things that you're considering to do. And then into next month, things you're starting to take the initial steps will be significant, will play significant in what you do for 2023.